Hey everyone! Okay, so today's episode is going to be kind of a crazy rant episode. Why? Because this is going to start my crazy rants, because I'm going to definitely have crazy rants, because I don't know, it's like not even crazy rants so much as rambles, but this one's going to be more of a rant because I'm kind of pissed off right now. Or I'm kind of angry right now, for those of you who don't like the word pissed. Okay, so also, I'm not wearing a t-shirt for once. Yay! So I was at the bookstore. So today, or let's put this stuff in the beginning. So today, this evening, I went to the bookstore with my brother and my mom, and my mom went off because this was like kind of like a strip mall kind of area, and so my mom went off to go to a store to just like browse around because she wanted to do that, and I was gonna go with her, but then I was kind of like, well. I went with her for a little while, and then I came back to the bookstore, and I was reading the magazines. And so, because I'm a teenage girl, and I'm shallow like that, despite the fact that I'm a geek, and I'm in fandom and all that stuff, I'm still shallow. And, let's put it this way. So I was sitting there, and I was, flipping through, 17 and Teen Vogue, and 17 I actually like for the clothes more because, it's more feasible options for an average girl like me, and, they have some cute clothes, and, I'll just pick out a couple of things I like, maybe, and, keep in mind for the future whenever I go shopping. And the thing is, Teen Vogue, I like looking at their fashion because it's a lot more high-end stuff, like designer off the runway kind of dealio thing, shirts that cost $250. I don't even have $250, guys. I'm so broke. Literally, I think I maybe have $5 because I'm really horrible at saving money. Also, I never get any money. I have no source of income other than Chinese New Year. And my parents are really cheap and give me $20 for Chinese New Year, which is just really lame. Anyways, so the point is, I was sitting there reading Teen Vogue, and I like Teen Vogue because they have a lot of pretty interesting articles, and they don't have those freaky articles like 17, because while those are oh, real life, beware, I'm like, I really do not want to hear about people who died, because I feel like being shallow and reading happy magazines, really, really, shallow, I need another word for shallow, really just vapid magazines, and I don't want to read about people dying, that kind of thing. So, okay, so I was reading through it, and they always have the section in Teen Vogue. I really like the section where it's star spotting, and you see the stars, it's cool, I like that section. And then there's a section where they usually they basically, it's their rec section where they rec you music and movies and stuff, and they have ratings, and they have summaries, and okay, so it's I think it's called what people are talking about. And in the rec section, they had The Last Airbender. Now, if you'll remember correctly, The Last Airbender was what Caroline and I talked about in our first video. And, well, we were rather generous in our rating. Because, to be honest, it's kind of a bad movie. Costuming is definitely good. Special effects, actually, depending on the scene, some of it's kind of shoddy and some of it's pretty good. The bending is stupid, though, the physical Tai Chi, Kung Fu, martial arts dealio, because it takes him a bajillion seconds to create a little rock. That one scene with the Earthbenders in the Earth Kingdom prison. Oh my god. It makes me go Anyways, so basically, it was just sitting there, and they were wrecking it, and it had a picture of Katara with the water bending, because it's a stereotypical picture. And they talked about it, and they were first of all, okay, so they had this summary, I don't even remember what it said exactly, but it was just blah, 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 it's a good movie, something positive, twihards, Jackson Rathman has a lot of screen time, which is a lie, because Jackson Rathman doesn't really have that much screen time. Maybe he has screen time, but he doesn't really have lines. He kind of just stands there the whole time. And, and then, makes out with Yue, and she dies. And, so I'm sitting there, and first of all, I was okay, this is too positive, but I guess I can't, hate on movies, because then they wouldn't be wrecking them in the first place. And second of all, well, they gave it 3 out of 4 stars. It does not deserve 3 out of 4 stars. Granted, I guess if you're not a fan and you don't care about the race fail, it's slightly better. Maybe. However, I have seen reviews by non-fans who think it was awful too. And, and so it was just And then on top of that, it says they usually have a little, like, for fans of, so people can know, like, you know, if they like something else, if this is for them. It said for fans of Lord of the Rings and the Chronicles of Narnia. Seriously, I'm not gonna cuss, guys. I'm not gonna cuss, but oh my god. You cannot compare The Last Airbender to movies like Lord of the Rings and Chronicles of Narnia. You cannot. It's physically impossible. Caroline, you're probably screeching with rage right now, too, because I know The Lord of the Rings is your absolute favorite series, and I'm the Narnia fan, and it makes me so angry. Seriously. I'm just like, okay, so admittedly, people are like, Prince Caspian was not that faithful to the books, me. But it was a good movie, guys. It was a good movie. The acting may not be the best thing in the world. So there is some questionable acting. Skander Kane's acting is not questionable, though. If someone claims it's questionable, I will burn them in something. I don't know. And so basically, I will not actually burn them. I'm just kind of exaggerating here. But I mean, seriously, like, it is nowhere on par with Lord of the Rings, which admittedly I've only seen maybe the first half of the first movie and the last quarter of the third movie. I don't know why this is, I just never got around to seeing them. But they were good from what I saw of them. And I think it was because I watched the first movie when I was like 12, and my brother was like not 12, and he like, actually it was not when I was 12, it was when I was like 10. And my brother like flipped out when he saw like this one scene, and I just never watched the rest of it, even though we own it, and so I should probably get around to watching it. Point being the fact that it was just like, this movie is nowhere on par with these kind of things. First, so the Avatar in itself, as the cartoon show, is definitely on par with these kind of like awesome fantasy world things. But the movie is so bad. Like, I mean, the Narnia movies may not be the best things in the world because, okay, they're gorgeous, like stunning, absolutely gorgeous, but some of the acting is definitely questionable. I mean, in the first movie, you can kind of blow it off because they're all little kids. Some of the acting is definitely questionable. But, you know, most of the time, it's an excellent series. It's good. Last Airbender, in all honesty, is not good. I mean, okay, 8% on Rotten Tomatoes. You cannot compare 8% on Rotten Tomatoes to Lord of the Rings, which is a ridiculously high-grossing franchise, and I'm pretty sure has won Oscars. I can't remember correctly, but I'm pretty sure. And, you know, it's such a high-grossing franchise. Narnia is a pretty good franchise, too. I mean, Prince Caspian, there was a whole spiel about how it didn't make dues well in the box office, so Disney dropped it and Fox picked it up. But Fox picks it up, which means it's still decent. I mean, Fox, okay, questionable, too. But, you know, it's like, as in, like, it just pisses me off so much, because I'm just like, it is not worthy of comparison, because, like, for fans of, I'm a fan of Narnia. I mean, I probably will be a fan of Lord of the Rings when I get around to watching the movies for real. And I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. But The Last Airbender cannot be compared to that. It's just, like, an atrocity. And most of the time, Teen Vogue is pretty decent with all its stuff and, like, its recs. And, like, some of it's, like, very poppy stuff, but I feel like it's more of a kind of slightly non-mainstream, or at least wannabe non-mainstream kind of dealio, which makes me feel slightly better about it. But, you know, it's like, I'm really disappointed because it's one of my favorite magazines for vapid, you know, shallowness. And I like to buy it at the airport, and now I can't because it really has disappointed me. And also because I already read the magazine for this month. So there's not going to be anything to buy at the airport. Anyways, so that is my rant. I mean, if y'all have differing opinions or agreeing opinions, please comment. We have no comments, guys. And also, Caroline, yeah, I'm serious. I'm not making this up. This pisses me off so much. So, yeah, I have to go now because my mom keeps making strange noises in the other part of my house. And she's, like, messing with watermelon or something. And so, yeah. Also, if you haven't noticed, I'm not wearing glasses. No, I'm not, like, blurry vision dead. I'm, like, contacts. I don't think you can see them, but, yeah, contacts. Okay, well, bye, guys!